We are here at Grand Finals of Evolution 2018. It is Tokido going up against UK's ProblemX. Let's go!
The crowd is definitely feeling it for ProblemX. Tokido equally getting the shouts.
Okay, let me start challenge bracket.
You never pay for parking either. Probably, guess what?
It's the DQ. So this was Evo Grand Final last year.
Yes.
Last year was ProblemX in the winners.
Yeah. When he started. So, all right. Let's start this from the top. So Evo 2018, like we said, a couple days before that weekend. So on the Tuesday, we had a WSO sessions, and after the stream was done, we went to McDonald's, get something to eat. We came back, and he literally said. So I was like, right, when did you fly out? Because I always ask the players, like, when did you fly out? This is Wednesday, Thursday, and then it's like, right, so safe journeys, do your thing. So the 2017, I think Problem came 197th. So out of like 2,000, 3,000 players. But I think the result for him wasn't good enough.
Right.
So he said, 2018, at the dinner table, he's like, right, I just want to have a good Evo. That's all he said. I just want to have a good Evo, get a good result, and come home. So I was like, all right, cool. But the conviction he had when he said that, I was like, do you know what? He actually might go and do like serious. Because I remember this was on his streak of performance he's done really well. Because I think for him, something clicked in 2017. Right. So he won 2 ranking events before EGX. Yeah. And it's like from that he won like 2 or 3 tournaments on the trot. Yeah. But something just clicked and it's like, right, he's figured out the game now. Yeah. And he just kept winning, performing better. He had some results that fluctuated and he just kept going on.
He did well in an American tournament that year as well, didn't he?
Yeah, Northwest Majors, that was his first American event he won.
ProblemX though, doesn't have a lot of good defensive options to stop this. He's got to go in, but he doesn't want to. I wouldn't want to go in against Justin either. You can see Justin is fishing with that explosion. If he gets that explosion, he goes to the sky, he gets a super, game's over. But time is running out. Yeah, this is an issue.
Oh my god, the whip punish right there, but then he runs up, and ProblemX is gonna take it off the Twitch reactions.
Abigail.
And then, like, since then, he can just go to America now and he can win tournaments. And
it's kind of like that gate got opened, right? Yeah. Suddenly that guy that can win. Right?
And I spoke to Bullet, shouts to Bullet, about it. It's like, look, there's not many people that can just go abroad and go, right, I just feel like winning the tournament. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, he went to Evo and he said he winners the whole time. So I think he said it was 11 or 12 sets from start to finish. So when you actually count how much you got to win, it's not that long. But it's who you go up against. Obviously, the deeper you get in the bracket, the harder it gets. And then...
Well, I'm just thinking 12 for winners is insane. Compared to like every other tournament. Like, think if you get knocked in losers early in that, like...
Oh, that's crazy. Like, because then you double, then you add another like 6.
Yeah. It basically becomes unwinnable, right? From losers if you'll go that early on. Like,
but somebody does it.
Yeah.
Somebody does it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then, so he made it to top 8. I think he had to play Fudo or Fujimura to get into the top 8.
Wow.
I want to say it was Fujimura, but I don't think I can remember. But between Problem and Fujimura, things are going back and forth. Like, Problem smoked him once to in the NCR. The next time, Fujimura smoked him 4 rounds straight, didn't get a light of day in neutral. Then the next time they played was at Evo, rinsed him. Yeah. And it's like, right, top 8, he's placed in. And he had to fight Gachiken the first day. And he beat Gachiken to win EGX in 2017. So we were like, okay, it's still Rashid, but he knew the Rashid matchup. So he was pretty comfortable in that. And he's played Gachiken before. He's like, he's strong, but I don't think he can beat me just as yet. And then after he faced Gachiken, I think he had to fight Fudo. Right. Now, whenever he goes up against Amika, then it's like, he doesn't like the character, but he said before when he made top 8 at Capcom Cup 2017, he said, I helped him out quite a bit. Yeah. Because obviously you're smart, you understand the game, but it's still Mika. The guests are still there, but you still understand, so I can help formulate some things. Yeah. So he's beating Luffy that year. He was beating Fudo that year as well. So when he beat Fudo when his final, but he done something he doesn't normally do, and a meme came out of Fudo looking at Problem because I think he hit with a wake up super, and he's like, "You did that," and he's like, "I did," But it's like, that was the tail of the tape in tournaments at one point. Just wake up supers because no one was respecting anyone.
Yeah.
So he beat Fudo, and then sat in the grand final, and he was waiting. And obviously his opponent that came was Tokido. So the reason I picked this match was, no one said it to this day. I always ask them the question, who was the person in Street Fighter to win back-to-back EVO championships? It was Daigo. I think it was 2010, 2011?
Yeah.
Right. No one's done it since then. Tokido won 2017 EVO.
Yeah.
And he was about to do it again. But nobody brought that up. It's like, hang on, we've got a grand final here where if Problem wins, history is made. That is in the books.
Yeah.
If FGC dies, that's in the books. UK player has won a Street Fighter EVO championship. And Problem has done it at probably the best time. Because 2018, smack bang in the middle of Street Fighter 5's lifespan.
Yeah. And that was like definitely one of the peaks of it, right?
All the like tumbleweed, the seaweed mans, they're all gone. Right? And you got all the concentrated players, they've got another year of experience, they're all ready, and it's like, right, cool. So if he wins, history's made. If Tokido wins, history's made.
Yeah.
He'll be the next player to win back-to-back Street Fighter titles since Daigo. And that was 6-7 years ago.
That jab did so much damage. There was a lot of gray health with that.
Oh, it got him.
Interesting. Oh, he thought he was going to go to the other side. That's a stun? No, not quite yet.
Quite on the very verge. Just going to keep, again.
He's trying to catch him out of the air, but he missed, and guess what? That means ProblemX is going to get a huge punish here.
Right back in and keeping
that's
the pressure.
how
That's
did
a
he
possibility.
Oh, because he has V-trigger activated.
Not
He has
quite.
V-trigger activated, harder to punish in the
weight.
throw.
Perfect weight into throw, and ProblemX. Again, advantage in the critical game 3.
There's very few people, so obviously we highly rate the people that win the tournaments. That's great. But there's very few people that have been consistent.
Yeah.
So you see them on the top 8s, you see them in the top 3s. Tokido's one of the people who's always there.
Yeah.
Like I see people to this day still knocking Tokido. It's like, are you actually mad? This guy is just sick. Like
no one's not doing that.
some people are still knocking this.
There
guy.
must be eggs on Twitter. There's no real people that.
No real people,
No real
but still
people,
people say,
yeah.
trust because we're still, and Logan has said this before, we're still in an age where if you beat me, I'm crap.
Yeah. I wouldn't-
But in Street Fighter 5 terms, I'm better than you right now.
Yeah.
But if you beat me, I'm crap.
Yeah.
You're washed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people still do that. So when they see Problem lose, Tokido lose, Punk lose, any high-level player lose, that guy's washed.
It's crazy because you think that would have stopped with like the CPT literally having scores. Do you know what I mean? Or it's like, really, you can see what someone's performance has been for an entire year. But now it's like, someone gets fucked up at like any tournament. They're just shit. They're shit now. They're washed.
So then you got Tokido coming back, and he was in the losers side for, I think, a little while. I can't remember who knocked him into losers, but he bounced.
Wasn't it Punk? Sorry.
No, because
No,
Punk,
no,
Punk
was
lost
it Problem?
No, I don't think it was Problem, because Punk lost to an Alex player. And this was the time where he disregarded Alex.
So, we're no name, no tag.
What was his name?
Zeus.
No, Prototype.
Oh,
And he used to play Cross Tekken.
That's how I know. That's how I know. That's how I know the name.
Shouts to Prototype.
Just cross second.
But but that Evo, it was crazy, and it was a thing where, because Problem was actually, there's a video that's been recently released where Problem was actually talking about his mindset going into the match.
Yeah.
I still just finished watching it, and one of the things he said was, right, I watched last year, because obviously Tokido was in the same position, loser's side, Evo finals, and the other guy, Punk, was in winners. And it's like, right, so you've got to reset the bracket and then win. But then once he's reset the bracket, he's got to come into your head. Like, if he gets in your head, he's probably won. And it was just the whole psychological aspect between the players
Right.
that was just insane to me, because Problem was doing some crazy things. He dashed through a fireball, and Tokido was relatively close. Dashed through a fireball, got a stand meeting punch, full combo. He done some other tech as well, which is insane. And it's like, it's how much confidence he had going into it. But he said like, no one, when you're in the top 3 or top 4 of Evo, no one goes in and think they can win, because the other guy, it's like he's got to do something to then reset the situation.
Right.
And then that's when things are a bit topsy-turvy, because it's like, ooh, he's reset the bracket.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Tokido reset the bracket. And it's like, again, that night where Problem won, I stayed up the whole night. I stayed up till like 8, 9 in the morning. because it's like we were only watching, me and a few other people. We were only watching because Problem was there. Otherwise, we would have just zoned out.
Yeah.
And then each time he won a set, we're like, yes, all right, one step closer. Honestly, I would have been happy if he got top 3, but he was going for it.
I mean, like, getting top 8 at EVO is like winning most tournaments. Do you know what I mean? You've probably beaten like 4 of the best players in the world.
Which is basically a normal major.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like, it's definitely like a normal major.
It's just not normal. Like, what EVO is not normal conditions to play fighting games in.
It's the ultimate gauntlet.
Yeah.
It is the ultimate gauntlet.
And the fact that ProblemX was able to keep his composure after a bracket reset when, you know, last year or the year before that we saw Punk, like, his gameplay went down after he lost that. You could see he was getting deflated by how Tokido was playing, right?
So when Tokido played Punk, there was actually something Punk could have done to make the set 2-2, but he didn't realise it at the time. So then that's when Tokido was just coming back. That was it. So Problem said from after Tokido reset the bracket against Punk, Tokido landed the demon. When he got the demon, he got in Punk's head. So he remembered that. So when Tokido reset the bracket against him, he's like, right, he's probably looking for a demon now to get to my head. So when Tokido done the demon, he jumped. But people said, how did he know? He's like, oh, it was a guess. But he said, no, I pre-planned that. Okay, it's a guess. It was an educated one, but he already knew.
It's like, I know you're going to do it at some point.
Yeah.
So I have to guess when you're going to do it.
A little different interaction. And again, that fireball, that's okay. You're willing to accept that poke. There's risk.
More fireballs, and see, he was looking for those fireballs, and that's what gave Tokido the opportunity to jump in.
But I do worry that ProblemX's focus on the ground has left opportunities for Tokido to jump in, and he has not been answering it successfully.
Oh, there we go, V-trigger activation. He's in now. Oh, careful, gotta resist, accidentally trying to walk forward. Here comes Devil's Reverse again. Oh, he got him with the slide. Here we go, knockdown, what side? Again, EX, is it enough? Not yet.
Not enough. Oh, wake up, Demon!
Oh, no,
he called it out again. He said, your friend Fudo tried that same thing on me. Not today, my friend. There goes your meter in the beginning of this game 1.
Shout outs to Comps as well. He was practicing with Comps quite a bit.
Oh, really?
And he said, Problem said something really interesting. It's, you don't need to essentially play someone that's super high level at a game to understand a matchup. It's like, if me and you understand how the game works, despite the disparity in our skill level, we can still formulate something. So it's like you both understand Street Fighter 5. If I wanted to practice certain matchups, you know how fighting games work and you know the mechanics of Street Fighter 5.
Right.
So despite you guys not being at tip-top shape, I could go, right, so Jit should have done this here, or C4 should have done this here, and I'll go in the lab, practice that. So that's what he was kind of doing against Tokido. And then it was crazy how, again, bracket was reset, and he still managed to do it, because at that point, a lot of people actually thought he's done.
Yeah, I thought that.
I think something that I've never thought about until you said it then was about watching. So when you said about Problem looking back at Tokido's matches, I would never look at someone's matches on the version of the game that they're not playing. But I guess you still can develop something. So you said he watched the
previous Grand Final,
which would have been an old version of Akuma.
Yeah, and they were using different V triggers.
But he still got tactics. Information from how
because he was looking at the psychological aspects.
That's what the players do, not what the character can do.
So that's how it all ties together, right? Is like he's got someone to practice with who's playing his character, so he feels comfortable with the character, and then it's getting comfortable with Tokido as a person.
Yeah, because what he does a lot, which I've tried to do it a bit, and I encourage more people to do it, is a lot of people try to play the player right off the bat.
Right.
And sometimes that doesn't work. So it's like, what Problem illustrated to us over there was, okay, I'm fighting Akuma. I don't care who you are, because once this guy's knocked down, I know your options are A, B, and C. You run that plan first, and then we go, right, what is Jish doing that C4 isn't? What is C4 doing? So it's like, he just picked him apart here and there.
I think that's the fascinating thing about Problem in that set, was he, even when he was losing, he always looked as if he never looked like he was doing the wrong thing, or he never looked like he was being outpaced. It kind of just looked like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but it just looked like he was playing the correct way. He was approaching the match correctly, but it's just like decision making according to the person. So I guess just seeing someone with that much matchup experience approach that sort of matchup, and it just being like a pure sort of battle of like, I think you're going to do this, you think I'm going to do this sort of stuff. Whereas Punker was very much like, no, he's not playing how he plays. Because like Punker's obviously, he was leading up to win Evo. That was like the narrative we were all expecting. And ProblemX, like you said, he had those moments of like, you saw like, this is his potential. He can really fucking do this. But he didn't have the story of Punk, where it was like, Punk won everything and then dropped Evo. Whereas ProblemX had like, no, like he came to this event, he fucked people up. This event, he fucked people up. And then there were a couple where he was a bit weaker at. And
do you think there's one thing that I think Problem and Foxy have, and it might sound like I'm discrediting them, but I'm not. They're the only two players, when I watch them from the beginning of the tournament to the end, they always look like they've only got plan A.
yeah,
Like they're doing plan A. They don't look like they're adapting. It's like that was always part of the plan. They're like they're eventually going to start. You know, simple. They're always going to start. Say for example, taking my throws. But I've already got something in plan for when they start doing that.
yeah.
So it's not a lot of people can shift Problem out of first gear at this point in time. I think that's probably a good way to explain. There's not same with Tokido as well. That's why I liked that set. It's like, okay, oh boy, he's challenged where other people didn't challenge. He done a reversal where other people should have reversals. Oh, Problem dash. I know that got Tokido. You couldn't see the facial expressions. I don't think you could. But when Problem dashed through that fireball, it was relatively close. He got it. I was like, damn, that's crazy. He hasn't done it to anybody. It's like, how did you know when and where to do it? And then again, because in a situation like that, if I got that, I still would have panicked. I probably would have dropped the combo.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, I done it. But
yeah, I really like that what you're saying, because they're so experienced, they know every route the opponent could go down to counter and adapt. Yeah. So doing something like dashing through that fireball super close goes like, wait, I have this new way to approach a matchup, this new thing that you've not necessarily expected me to do here, and now you're going to get a little bit twisted in your head of like, oh, okay, what else haven't I seen that you could do?
And I think none of that changes with health deficit.
Yeah.
So even when they're at a pixel health, it Problem looks like he plays the same with a pixel and full health. Like he's got the plan, he's executing it. You know, some people when they get a little bit lower down, they'll start taking more risks.
Yeah. Or taking way less risks.
Yeah,
they start blocking everything.
They change how they play. Like a lot of people, you can see their game plan change as their life decreases. Problem and Foxy, I don't think play like that. They're going, look, I don't care if I've got 100 or 10%. My mission is to do this to decrease your health.
Yeah.
That's string. And then hanging back. What do you got? Catches him with the stray haymaker. Pressure up
Tokido
close.
trying to get in there, but again, ProblemX playing so much more patiently on defense. Nice, slaps him out of that fireball.
No follow-up. The EX finally coming out. Oh, went for the throw. I like the idea.
Oh, he's going through. And
Oh,
he got him down.
the backdash.
Tokido just has not had an answer for that EX Devil's reverse.
He tried to get him to commit to a certain spot, backdash his way out of it, but no.
when he came home with Evo title, we're like, yeah, bro, congrats. We even said it's like, look, some people still can't believe it. He said it actually took a while for him to process what the hell just happened. Because again, that happens fast. And when you're Evo champion, you're basically champion of the world.
11, 12 matches.
For the next year. Yeah. For the next year, you're the champion of the world. You got people emailing you, congratulating you, saying, yo, we want you on the show. It's like things were just coming out.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is crazy. But again, we just saw him as a, he's just ProblemX from West London.
Yeah, it's just the guy you play every week.
Locals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Local man.
And I've known Problem since 2013. The first time I met him was in a Cross Tekken tournament. That's it. So I played him, seen it, and I was like, yo, he actually won Evo.
I guess it's like, there's that thing of like, there are the outliers that travel a lot as well, but to go to America is a big fucking commitment from any,
Very big.
Like, even if you get top 8, you're pretty fucking heavily out of pocket at most things, right? Like, there's the whole joke of Evo players getting like 8th and it's getting like 50 quid. So if you're going to America, you are paying sirloin steaks. Like, you are paying bare money.
All of the steaks, mate.
And so, like, you just naturally don't see that many UK players in America. It's a rarity when it happens. So I guess you just don't really get to see that comparison that often. Because you've seen top UK SF5 players other players in the world up, whether it's Japanese, European, or even like American. But like they've always been in Europe, or it's been at smaller scale events. Seeing something like that was just like, I don't know, you don't really imagine it's possible because it is just like a different world of tournaments. Not that it's the best tournament in the world, it's shit in a lot of ways, but it's just this, it's that untouchable thing. Like you expect certain players are the players that are going to win it always.
And look, now he's part of the pantheon of players that have done it. So it's like, and again, time and time again, it's like we have conversations here and there, and he goes, well, like I still want to perform and do that again. But it's what he's done. Again, you're taking that to the grave. No one can take that away from you.
Yeah.
No matter what they say, it's like, hang on, I won the biggest title for Street Fighter. And again, like I said, to reiterate the point, I think he's done it at the best time.
Yeah, I think if you do that at those times, you are always going to be somewhat relevant. Like for Scan, MVC3, right? Like for Scan is always going to be, even if he has achievements outside of that, he's always going to be that guy that fucked up Evo and he messed people up.
Tokido doesn't want to have to go to the uppercut option. So risky. Oh, the absorb, and now a new threat appears.
Trying to dash forward, trying to chase Tokido down. Tokido stuck in the corner. What a neutral
just
jump.
sneaks over the fireball. Look at that damage.
Yeah, beautiful
This
choice
is
for the combo.
This is the moment for Problem
To
X.
the other side. Tries to go for the throw. Good block. Oh!
Still no answer
Too
for
far.
Tokido.
Too far.
Doesn't want to commit. The tension is palpable.
Oh, he goes in there. A backdash. No, he's not going to quite juggle there. Goes for the B reversal, knocks him down. Oh, that should be punishable.
Let's go! That's Problem X!
Problem X has taken Evolution 2018, and all of UK is out.